All right, welcome back to the channel. So I wasn't kidding when I said we're getting lots of 8 Series. So here it is, the 2025 840i Gran Coupe, or Gran Coupe, the G16 chassis, and it's finished in a very lovely shade of green, San Remo Green, which is also disappearing from the lineup. So now it's only available on, I think, the X1, X2, obviously 8 Series here, as well as the Z4. It's a shame, it's a really good looking green. So we begin up front with our standard laser lights, so the only car made by BMW that still has standard laser lights. So we have shadowline lights, and then back in, maybe it was 21, or maybe it was 22, all the 8 Series are M Sport by default. So this one's got the M Sport Professional package, which means you get a blacked out kidney grille. All right, so I think the issue with the M Sport Pro is the surround for the grille is basically like a matte black, and it doesn't match with the high gloss black from the slats there or the rest of the bumper in high gloss black. All right, now you can see the parking assistance camera there, which means this car has the driving assistance package, which costs you a whopping $100 on the 8 Series. Down below, we got the driving assistance professional package, so you can tell this car is pretty well equipped because there's not many options you can get on the 8 Series, so it comes standard with a lot of equipment. Over on the side, we got style 894Ms, bi-color wheels, I think look really good. We also have the black M Sport calipers and floating hubcaps there. And here's San Remo Green on the 8 Series. So I think we got one more model year. So it's a model year 26 for the standard 8 Series, but model year 25, which runs through October of 2025, appears to be the end of the line for the M8 version. And out back, we sort of have like an integrated spoiler there. And then 840i badging in chrome. Again, the 840i can be had with either rear-wheel drive, which this one is, or X-Drive. And down below, we have our dual exhaust with our faux diffuser. It's like a frozen gray or darker gray. And there's that 3/4 view with San Remo Green. Again, a great shade of green. You can see metallic flaking bringing things out. We're going to make our way around the car here, then get inside, go over pricing and options on this 8 Series. All right, a little bit difficult to see, but opening up, we have the full Tartufo and black leather. So on the door card, you have leather up here on the upper portion of the door card, and then Tartufo here in the middle, hard plastic down below. The seats are a blend, of course, of Tartufo and black. So Tartufo dominates it until you get down to the side bolsters where they are black, and the thigh bolsters are also black. You have some nice piping there in black as well. Down below, we have adjustments here for side bolster and lumbar support. And despite being an 8 Series, you have a manually powered crumb catcher. Then we got M badging here on the door sill. So on the inside, we got our Legacy M Sport steering wheel, a round one. We have M badging. We have a heated steering wheel button here, leather on the airbag portion of it. No M stitching, of course, on the 840i. Left-hand side, you've got controls here for assisted driving and cruise control. Again, despite having Driving Assistance Pro, it's an older system, it does not have Highway Assistant. You got shift paddles, and in front of me, your Legacy iDrive 7 live cockpit. You see the driver attention camera there in the upper portion of it. Heads-up display, standard on the 8 Series, and upper portion of the dashboard is leather. Then, your central information display, the Legacy iDrive 7. Of course, Legacy buttons here for climate control. All right, so trim here is the ash grain gray metallic wood trim. I think it looks pretty elegant. And then this has got the glass controls. So you have a start-stop button, your gear selector, and there's an 8 in there, and the iDrive controller as well in glass. When it first launched, glass controls meant you also get a volume button in glass, no longer the case. All right, starting price, the 2025 840i Gran Coupe is $90,800. Paint and leather are included. I should say it probably isn't full leather, but it's leather. All right, so driving assistance package, $100, as we mentioned earlier. Driving Assistance Pro for their 1700, N Sport Pro for $650, Comfort Seating Package, which gets you the front and rear heated seats for $650, $1,300 for those 20-inch wheels, glass controls for $650, and then we got luggage compartment mats, wheel locks, all weather floor mats, floating hubcaps, first aid kit, all told MSRP this particular example, $97,760. All right, so moving to the back here. We do have comfort access on the rear doors because it does not have ultra wideband technology. And getting in, I think the door opening is pretty generous in terms of width. We do have to be mindful of that sloping roofline when getting in the back seat. All right, and here's a view of the cockpit from the back seat. Then more of that trim here in the center console area. And then out back, you do have vents, USB-C charging ports, and then dual zone climate control in the rear. Knee room and leg room, what you'd expect with the wheelbase, it is pretty generous. And then despite being a Gran Coupe, that's a pretty decent headroom as well. All right, so moving to the back, we can also use our kick to open. And then here is your cargo area, rectangular opening, but I think it's pretty deep. You can also fold down those rear seats for even more room. And of course, it's also powered, so you can either kick to close or press a button. All right, so we're gonna make our way to the front and then pop the hood as we take in San Remo Green on what I think is because the coupe is now out of production, the most good-looking BMW currently made. All right, so underneath the hood here is the B58 inline-six 3-liter turbo engine. Because this is a legacy system, so it's I'd say a little bit down in horsepower in comparison to the more recent iterations of the 40i's. So it's 335 horsepower and 369 torque. It's definitely not bad. I mean, it's going to get you around really well, but perhaps a little bit underpowered compared to its siblings like the M340i, etc. But otherwise, I think a really good looking car and pretty good value. Well, that's it. We'll see you at the next video.